Hello guys, so welcome to tonight's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program, for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, I am going to start with tonight's evening show. So David Ornstein, who's one of the journalists that work with the Athletic, can they name the two strikers where Arsenal they focus their attention on. So when you look at how Give Me Sports reported this particular story, David Ornstein, Arsenal unlikely to sign Isaac or world-class striker. Now, when you read the entirety of this particular report, you can see where they can explain, say, the two people where Arsenal they pursue. Now, Gyökeres or Benjamin Sesko, they are on the Arsenal radar. Now, Isaac and Osimhen no follow. They are not seen as realistic targets. So Arsenal will look at those type of people. So they say Arsenal will also look to strengthen in attack players such as Victor Gyökeres of Sporting Lisbon, Benjamin Sesko. They are on the radar. I don't think Alexander Isaac is going to be realistic, nor the likes of Victor Osimhen or any other names you hear swirling around, like maybe Jonathan David, you get, or any other striker where they hear within the mention, you get. So I think this is very, very instructive because it shows say now those two targets now with the pursue, and those two, any of them, I'm okay with. But I don't really get any objections. So we'll just see everything will unfold at the end of the day. Now, there is drama in La Liga based on the match they won't play tomorrow, Saturday, the Copa del Rey final. So the officiating referee, the Burgos Bengoteksia. So this particular referee come aside for the media, do press conference, come they cry, when they talk about waiting Real Madrid TV, they talk about them, so they don't talk so many things about them, they've casted so much aspersions, when they cry, say imagine, say in Pidgin come back from school, when they say Papa na thief, no, like they talk all those kinds of things. Now, based on that, Real Madrid can give ultimatum to the FA. Now, when you look at the media, how they reported the story, you see they say Copa del Rey final referee whips over Real Madrid TV attacks. Then Real Madrid wants Ricardo de Burgos replaced as Copa del Rey final referee because Real Madrid's angle is that it doesn't make sense. The referee will officiate the final, come for TV, they cry, say our TV, they insult them. How do you think the referee state of mind will be when you want to officiate the final? Obviously, it's going to be biased, which a layman, anybody just think and with common sense supposed to agree, right? But the FA no agree. Now, breaking news, Fabrizio Romano called the drop and say Real Madrid have cancelled today's press conference and the club dinner and training for today. They want the referee to be changed. The Spanish Federation have no plans to change the referee for the final as Real Madrid has, reports Copa. Now, Fabrizio Romano they drop breaking news upon breaking news. In fact, today is very, very dramatic. Real Madrid are considering to go home and not play the final. We don't want to play tomorrow. Real Madrid are considering not to play the final. They want an apology from the referees, confirmed by El Mundo. Florentino Perez will not attend the official dinner with Barcelona after the comments from the referee. Again, the federation have confirmed once again that the referee will not be changed. That's the three. We go there, they will not be changed because they don't see any reason for the referee to be changed. Now, Ancelotti and Modric, they don't tell us say they don't go do press conference, they go rest, they go sleep. At the end of the day, Real Madrid can drop a statement. Real Madrid released club statements on the referees ahead of tomorrow final. Real Madrid Center and Club Football considers the public statements made today by the referees designated for the Copa del Rey final scheduled for tomorrow to be unacceptable. These clear protests, which have surprisingly focused attention on videos from media outlets protected by freedom of expression, as Real Madrid TV deliberately carried out 24 hours against one of the final participants, demonstrate once again the clear and manifest animosity and hostility of these referees against Real Madrid top plenty. After this Real Madrid statement, when you look at the last paragraph, given the seriousness of what happened, Real Madrid hopes that those responsible for RFEF and refereeing body will act accordingly. That's the one make them change the referee, otherwise they no go play. the final breaking news before they record this show, because I purposely wait look at the 25 minutes already they drop. The final one na the federation president Tebas talk say the final will be played. I am very very calm because they are in discussion with Real Madrid. They try to appease them, but come to think of it, why am I bringing this story to you? For you to see how Real Madrid as a club, they are like an institution. They have so much power. Can Arsenal do this? Say based on the things wey the PGML don do us, some kind of referees bias wey we dey see, unconscious bias wey dey use that discretion in a negative way against us. Can we do this? Can we boycott a match? Say the ojoro wey this referee do, e no make sense. Can we boycott it? Look at that time when they send off as we schedule. Say at the end of the day, after the uproar, they can't rescind that sending off. Can we boycott? Like, I just think all this is, but maybe we never really get that type of power to do that kind of thing. Get maybe. All right. Away from that, so I can't see another video. You get where Michael Richards gets and some of the pundits they can't discuss. Now, the question on the front burner was, if Arsenal, City, and Leeds are going into liquidation, and Michael Richards has the money to save one, who he go choose? Michael Richards going say, man, he go choose Manchester City. So Alan Shearer can't laugh. He can't explain why. He can't talk say, do you know that Man City fans, they write email, write letter, go give Man City, say they don't want me Michael Richards get anything to do with Manchester City because in the talk saying like Arsenal. So back on they explain on the record. When they say before he play for Man City, don't be Arsenal fan. But based on say after he come play for Man City, come fall in love with Man City. But City fans knew I was an Arsenal fan before I played for them. So online, they represent Man City, be Man City fan just because he has played for them. But offline, Arsenal 100 get. So because of that question where they ask, he can choose Manchester City, and myself I don't really blame him again. So that one said now away from that. Alright, so yeah, today they do one interview session with Obi Mikel. So today they talk about Arsenal. They can talk say Arsenal have always been my dream. Like when I was on trial, I was able to share a dressing room with one of my idols, Patrick Vieira. All the team were there. When I was going to Highbury, I'll never forget, I said I have to come back to this club, but for some reason it don't really work out for him. And if you want to think about some people don't do this academy trial clinical, remember so once upon a time Ibrahimovic entered the Arsenal and training center. They say men do trial, Baba Japa say people like I know they do trial. That was how we missed Ibrahimovic. In fact, if you listen to us when I go tell you say once upon a time he almost signed Cristiano Ronaldo, but it is what it is. That's the story for another day. All right, away from that, so we're going to get a report from Gianluca Di Marzio, who is one of the Sky Sports reporters. Also for Italia, he got to say Andrea Berta knows Nico Williams well and tried to get him to Atletico Madrid. Chelsea also tried to get him last summer. Enzo Maresca will come back to him with Chelsea. However, Arsenal will try to get him too. It's the right moment for him to try the Premier League unique challenge. So more just to watch many things will happen at the end of the season. They are not the fear. Now these reports don't they circulate once again. Get in fact don't they confirm? Say Arsenal and PSG for that. Arsenal PSG never ever beat us. Now when you listen to this story, what do you remind you of? Real Madrid. What did they talk? Say Real Madrid never beat Arsenal. Real Madrid never beat Arsenal. We get to it, good to it. But when I say to it, we get with PSG. They never beat us, but both say this one we will play. We say at least now we didn't beat them latest. So more see how things go. All right, away from that, so Chris Whitley want to let us know, say it is true that Arsenal want to extend Gabriel Magalhaes' contract. Plenty of clubs in Italy, Spain are keeping a close eye on the Brazilian international situation, but he's happy in London with his family, and there's confidence that talks will go very positively. If you watch it at Arsenal, they try to give Bukayo Saka an extension, give Magalhaes an extension, Saliba an extension. These are like the core structure of the team. Get so we need to give. If this one get extension, any other person they test him give me collect extension, he will get confidence to because based on say then this ones will be senior men get they don't already collect the extension letter. So who am I to come and be saying no? Get I'll say yes to the extension when it comes. Now, away from that, like I told you, so people like Socrates Papastopoulos when they talk about Bukayo Saka, say I was there. The first time Bukayo Saka came up and trained, he had great talent, and is a kid who listens. He listens to everything his teammates told him. He's a very kind kid, terribly shy. In terms of football, he stood out. Fast, very strong, intelligent for his age. I think that was his difference compared to other young people, and I emphasize he's very calm. One of the very good kids. He told the England journalist Dimitri Manakos. So the thing is, this Papasopoulos, I don't know how many of you remember him, because me I remember him that year, that year. But anyway, it's part of our history, whether we like it or yes. So I like the fact that he's saying good things about Bukayo Saka. All right, let's bring you one of the messages from one of our sponsors in Mr. Anayo, who's a real estate agent. So he has 14 plots of land for sale at Nora Scott Luxury Estate, or here in Berlin, Rubber Estate at the back of airports in Abara Eche, in Eche local government area of River State. So for the 14 plot of land, 6 plots dated together, 4 plots dated together, 3 plots dated together, and 1 plot stands alone. Now it's 1.2 million naira per plot. So if you're interested, you can reach out to Mr. Anayo on 08032765227 or 08119329922. Like I said, if you're interested in any of the services, do reach out to them. Now, away from that, so Alexis McAllister, when they share who in think say they better between Arsenal Declan Rice and Manchester City Rodri plus Casado. So for him, he can say Casado will be number 1, Declan Rice number 2, then Rodri number 3, because Casado, according to him, is very, very complete. And I remember say we almost one side this Casado, but Brighton no agree. The guy put out a statement, they begged and say, please let me go. I want to join this Arsenal side. You know, I'm from a poor home. At the end of the day, they say you are going nowhere. Yes. At the end of the day, they can't give them whether a contract extension. I don't forget what they give. I've been a bonus. I don't forget, but they still keep and share. Insisted there. So that one saved it. Now, I don't know how many of you are aware that on the 27th, Arsenal women are going to play against Lyon women. And remember, I said the first leg of this semi-final of the UEFA Women's and Champions League, Arsenal lose for the Emirates Stadium. Now we are going to Lyon to go and see whether we go fit do magic. You get, so we don't lose 2-1. What's going to go happen for the second leg? This report was put out by BBC Sports. So BBC going to talk say this match Arsenal fit still winner, because it no be like Chelsea now we go Barcelona with the chop 4-1. So that one a huge mountain to climb, but we are just 2-1. So anything can see happen. Like we are still in the race. We can still do well. I wish our women very well. Yes. You say I don't know how many of them even they watch Arsenal women football. Yes. When they put story about them, I don't really they show interest. That's why I just drop on one side. But once share, I will let you know as since they go. Now, based on what I reported the morning, say PSG don't report Arsenal to UEFA. Now we are hearing that UEFA can fine Arsenal if at the end of the day they discover say Arsenal they do mago again. So now the report will they get many media houses. This is from Football 365. Many media houses carry the story because they say Arsenal could face a substantial fine if they do not comply with UEFA regulations over Paris Saint-Germain's complaints ahead of Tuesday's Champions League semi-final first leg. So we'll just watch. Anyway, they go. Even Kit Hackett, who's one of the senior referees in England, instead we talk about the matter, say make Arsenal do the needful. You get, otherwise then say we'll collect fine. I would say because UEFA do not like to see their regulations adhered to. Okay, UEFA do like to see their regulations adhered to, and I guess behind the scenes they will be in communication with Arsenal to know what is going on. Why I give these people 2,500 tickets instead of 3,000? You get, so UEFA would like to know the reason. Although Arsenal they call safety concerns, but at the end of the day, it will be investigated. Now, for the match we will play against PSG for the semi-finals, at the same time, UEFA don't see there will be a minute of silence for Pope Francis, who kicked the buckets some days ago and will lead to Mother Earth on Saturday. Okay, so it's quite unfortunate. Okay. So, like I said, may his soul and the souls of all the faithful departed through the mercy of God rest in peace. Amen. So when you look at the entirety of the report, they say there will be a moment of silence. I just told you. And even UEFA dropped a statement. The statement from UEFA on Friday morning reads, UEFA will hold a moment of silence in memory of His Holiness, the Pope Francis, before the kickoff of this week's Youth League and Women's Champions League semi-finals, as well as the men's club competition semis taking place 29th April 1st. Okay, so So it could be. Alright, so let's begin with second message from another of our sponsor, Mobi Wealth Associates and Co Limited. They are into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shore protection works. They are also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on +234 8064642234, and they're located on number 7 Ekeni Road, Orazi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. So if you're interested in any of the services, do reach out to them. Now, the biggest news of the night. Now, the first David Onstein, they named 2 strikers we asked already they focus on. So he mentioned Sesko and Gyökeres. He can say signing Osimhen and signing likes of Alexander Isaac is going to be unrealistic, according to what his sources are telling him. So, my dear, Arsenal number 65 place for us to call the show at end. So it's like come your way tomorrow morning to give you the morning news. So then, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your night. Now, good night. I'm gonna get out. All right, guys. Ciao.